It's 3:30 in the morning, another relatively sleepless night, so I figured I'd take a ride over to the gym and get some running in early this morning. This is kinda par for the course when you're autistic, a lot of people don't sleep so well, you need to take sleep medication, so, my life gives you oranges, you go to the gym and run on the treadmill. I used to enjoy running early in the morning more when I was younger. Now that now that I'm getting older, I'm getting a little lazier. So most days I tend to run after work, get to the gym after work, and I run somewhere between 1 hour, hour and a half, possibly 2 hours on a good day, depending on how much time I have. Still have a family to get home to after work. Good thing about working out in the morning is nobody's missing me. I get to the gym, get on the treadmill, get everything done early, and then after work I can go straight home and relax, or do some other things that need to get done. Uh, when you have kids, when you have a home, when you have a wife, it's you don't always go home and relax. Grass needs cutting, dinner needs making, things need to be done. So spend time with the kids and the granddaughter. So I like to have more time when I can to do those things. So if I have trouble sleeping, I get to the gym early. Just happens naturally. Just one of those things when you're autistic. I think I never had trouble sleeping when I was younger, but as I gotten older, it's in adulthood, it's been an issue. Even with sleeping medication, doesn't always put my brain down. Brain kind of switches on at odd times. Um, Helps me get a lot done, but kind of adds to my burnout at some point. Some days, you know, you're not getting as many hours sleep as you need or hope for. So, but there's worse things that could happen. And I'm trying to get back in shape. Although I'm a marathon runner, it's been 11 years since my last marathon. Uh, and those 11 years, I've put on some weight, trying to get uh, get back in shape. So getting to the gym on a regular basis is important to me, and not only my physical health, but also my mental health. I find that running has always been a good outlet for my mental health. It helps me unwind. Actually, I get some of my most productive thinking done when I'm on the treadmill and I'm kind of just in the zone. The got the music playing, but everything else kind of fades to the background. And even though I enjoy the music, sometimes what I've got going on in my mind, I lose track of songs, I lose track of time. And now we're on the treadmill when I'm kind of in deep thought, whether it's thinking about the podcast or thinking about work or thinking about personal life, that an hour on the treadmill can go by pretty fast. I used to run outside more, but as I've gotten older and injuries have piled up, running outside is it's not the best for my feet and my legs. So these days, kind of take it easy on the treadmill. I enjoy the treadmill, just keeps me on my pace. A little bit more of a controlled environment. You don't have to worry about rain or some of the other things that go along with running outside. The gym I go to is Anytime Fitness. It's only about 10 minutes from my house. Great spot. Really, it's not the biggest gym in the world, but it's perfect. Great staff. Michelle, the owner, is one of the nicest people I'll ever meet. Uh, you know, I no, but beginning of July now. I started back at the gym in January of this year. Uh, Michelle was the first person I sat down with. Uh, and she probably sees it all. She got people coming and going, trying to stay fit and be healthy. Um, but she's been very positive with me as far as she's always very encouraging. Sometimes we all need that. We don't always seek it, but sometimes we get that positivity and that support naturally. That goes a long way. So, I mean, Michelle and her team, they do a great job over at Anytime Fitness. Like I said, couldn't ask for a better place. A lot of regulars in there. Um, I'm not much of one to socialize at the gym. I kind of get in, do my thing, get out. Uh, but I mean, it is a great spot, and there are a lot of people that do socialize, and that's a good thing. Me, I'm just a little bit more regimented. So, um, but yeah. So this morning we'll probably put in at least an hour and a half. Yeah, probably about an hour and a half this morning, and probably go out a little harder this weekend. Maybe put in a couple 2-hour runs this weekend. On my most recent fitness journey, about I've lost about 70 pounds so far. I've still got a ways to go. So I was off track, as you say, as far as my health and fitness was going. Um, Kind of let it slip away from me over the last 11 years. So um, finally back on track. Working on the podcast is taking a chunk of time out of my schedule. So I haven't been at the gym as much, but with uh, with with where we are with the podcast and the schedule that we're on now, can get allow me to get back to the gym on a more regular basis, and I can bring you all along with me. We're going to include some episodes of me running, of me hosting mini podcasts from the treadmill. Uh, Fun thing is the treadmill that I run on, I almost run on the same treadmill every day. It's whether it's luck or fate, that particular treadmill in the spot that I like it is almost always open. And if it's not open, a lot of times I'll wait for it to be open if my schedule can accommodate it. I enjoy. I'm a creature of habit, so I enjoy the view from that treadmill, looking outside. It's in the perfect spot for me, and it's the first treadmill I run on, and kind of got a little attached to it. So Michelle doesn't know it, and the rest of the members don't know it, but it's really my treadmill. I just let them use it from time to time. They got plenty of other hours when I'm not there. So when I'm there, I'm always on the same treadmill. So we'll be there in a couple minutes. We'll get going, talk a little fitness, talk a little mental health, and we'll see where the day takes us. All right, so we got to Anytime Fitness in one piece, and just good to know I'm not the only crazy person. There's a couple cars in the parking lot here, so have a couple other insomniacs that are working out already. So I don't think our presence there is going to be put them out too much. Looks like they're busy doing their own thing, but it's good to see I'm not the only one. All right, so here we are, Anytime Fitness. This is kind of my home, away from home, away from home. If you spend the majority of my time at work at home, if you can't find me at one of those places, odds are you're going to find me at Anytime Fitness. So we're gonna get our run on this morning. So gonna get inside, get set up, and get to work. All right, so got a couple of other insomniacs that are on their way in here. Set up on my usual treadmill. One day they're gonna have to name this one after me because I run on it so often. But good way to start the day. I don't always have the energy to be up this early. I'm up early usually, but not usually this early. So I'm the only runner here. Everybody else is hitting the weights right now. So we're looking to get an hour and a half in, 90 minutes. Won't lie to you, it was faster 10 years ago. Running is like anything else. It's a perishable skill. Our body is more than our minds. Keep us from being faster as we get older. There are exceptions to the rule, but I'm certainly not one of them. Me, I like a nice, easy, not say easy, but a nice, even pace. I've had problems with my knees and my feet over the years, and running as many marathons and as many endurance runs as I run takes its toll on your body in general. That the feet in particular, and I usually wear inserts in my shoes, in my sneakers, keep my feet from feeling the impact. So about 20, maybe 25 miles in the first hour. Had a nice sweat going, as you probably see. Feeling good, but yesterday was a day off, so had some work that my son got done at my truck. So after work, I didn't have time to get to the gym. And thankfully, the night before, I slept through the night, so back at it early again today. We'll be back here over the weekend as well. Anytime fitness, but home away from home. Like I said, an hour can go by pretty fast when I got things going on you're thinking about and taking your time, enjoying a run. It's a good time. Got some other early risers that have found their way into the gym over the last 20 or 25 minutes. Most of them are hitting the weights and machines. Me, I make straight for the treadmill. It's my baby. So swear, kind of lose myself and find myself at the same time. I always enjoyed the continuity of running. It's a good workout and you're expending a lot of energy, but like I said, the repetitiveness and just the emotion, it kind of puts my mind at ease. Even if I'm working out and working hard, still to me, it's relaxing. And even if my brain is not working, it's it's thinking about podcasts, it's thinking about work, it's thinking about home and family. It's thinking about a lot of different things, all at the same time. But like I said, I get a lot of mental work accomplished when I'm running. It was just me and the treadmill and music. And then I've got you guys along for the ride to keep me company. So music's always been an important part of my life. I'm not a musician. I don't play an instrument. I don't can't carry a tune. That's for damn sure. But you know, you'll find there's things that we latch on to, and music has always been something throughout my childhood, and to this day, it's something that brings me joy, comforts me. I do have the ability to listen to the same song about 20 times if it's one I really like, and I'm on the treadmill and or other places, even in the car. If it's put me in a place mentally where I feel good, and I just put on that rewind button, that autoplay, keep it going. Drives my wife crazy. Not in the fact I can watch the same movie over and over and over again. Same premise. There's something in the movie that to my mind is pleasing. It's entertaining, no matter how many times I watch it. And she's asked me more than once to please turn on something else. But that's the price you pay is for letting me have a remote. So she's a good sport though. She she always never complains about the music, about the movies. Movies every once in a while. Never the music. Uh, like I said, although I'm no musician, over the last year and a half, I started writing the lyrics for songs. Uh, as many of you may become aware, the Autistic Mile, we have about 20 songs that are all written by me. I've written the lyrics, and I use uh, artificial intelligence, AI, to create the music and vocals that complement my lyrics. Uh, my lyrics are, and the songs that I produce with AI are country songs. They're not country, they're kind of pop country, middle of the road. Sometimes you wouldn't even know you're listening to a country song. Uh, some of them are borderline where they kind of transcend country music. Um, but they're all songs that speak of different life experiences. Uh, some of them are specifically about autism, but the majority of them are about just life experiences, things I've things I've gone through in my own life, uh, things I witnessed. I always found it easier to. I'm not a great speaker. I don't. The words don't come out fast or eloquently when I'm speaking them in real time. When I write books or when I write music, I can take my time and I can make the words sound and mean what I want them to sound and mean by. So writing for me is uh, is a much better tool to convey my thoughts than speaking. And even when I write books or songs, I enjoy songs because I can convey more in a 5 or 6 minute song than I could probably convey in a 6 chapters of a book. Yeah. When writing your lyrics, you gotta condense. You got to get a message across. Got a small amount of time to get those words and convey your message. And I kind of find that an interesting challenge because it makes you be brief, but it's got to be meaningful too. And I enjoy that challenge. So if you guys are looking for any unique music, autistic music, music that's used for the heart, the Autistic Mile, our music store has all our songs available along with the lyrics. These songs are all available on major streaming services, Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music. So YouTube, we got our songs on YouTube. Or the Autistic Mile YouTube page has has a playlist with all our songs. Um, just check them out. They're they're unique, and that's what they're meant to be. They're not a ripoff of anybody else. The music that we create via AI is unique. The vocals, again, although they're not me, they're unique. Uh, as part of the AI process, we license those productions. So we pay for the services. Uh, and AI is kind of a polarizing topic these days. And depending on where you are and what your line of business is, AI is if you love it or you hate it. I don't think there's any middle ground. Uh, but it's becoming a part of our life. Uh, we use it for ABA therapy. I mean, it's for writing, helping out with session notes and things like that. I mean, these are cool tools that are uh, licensed by various companies to help produce better versions of the documentation that therapists create. Um, and I mean, that's not the extent of it. I mean, there's almost no place you can go online or a tool that you can't use that doesn't leverage AI in some way, shape, or form. Uh, I like to rely on my own brain most of the time, but I find that AI uh, does help in certain instances. Uh, if I have something I'm working through, uh, not songs per se, but if I've got something a project or something that I want to know more about, find statistics, AI has its uses. Like I said, I write all my lyrics by hand. Uh, and anyone that's ever listened to my music, because they know me, don't know those lyrics are coming from the heart. Uh, AI is not the type of thing you just sit down and, uh, you tell the chatbot, hey, create me a great song about some experience. I mean, probably could, but that's not how I, that's not how I roll. If I can't sing and I can't perform a musical piece, least I can do is contribute 100% handwritten, authentic lyrics. That's what I learned in the process. Uh, and I've even had family members, they once they hear that I produce the songs via AI, they kind of they look at it a little different. It's like, oh, so you only did the lyrics. Fair enough to say, but at the end of the day, when I create a song with my lyrics, even if I use AI, yesterday the song didn't exist. Today the song exists, and if it brings anybody some happiness, some joy, or if it resonates with them on any level, I'm happy with that. And somebody wants to knock me for using AI to kind of find my voice. We use that word a lot. I mean, uh, when we refer to autism, having a voice or finding our voice. AI in some instances, in this instance in particular, kind of helps me find that voice. It's a voice I wouldn't never otherwise have. Um, these songs wouldn't be as good as they are, even though the lyrics are solid. They wouldn't be as polished, and they wouldn't be digestible in any other form. So, by utilizing AI to create components that I can't do myself, uh, and lending my lyrics to those, my interpretation of lyrics. Um, when I work on a song in AI, I'm very specific about the sound that I want for that song, and the vocal, not only vocals but the music. So it's not just cutting and pasting a scripted song into the AI and going, okay, create me a song, country song. There's a lot more to it, you know. Uh, what's the mood? What's the beat? Uh, what are the various components that you want to have within a song? What are the instruments? Uh, what type of vocals? You want something gritty? You want something, what kind of voice you're looking for this song? Um, Now I've created songs that, uh, most of them have male voices, but I've actually done a couple that have, solo female voices and also duets. So these songs, I can create songs. I could write songs for just about any situation. And I'm not bound by my own physical limitations as a male, even if I was a vocalist. Uh, to find that including a female duet in certain situations really gives me what I'm looking for particular songs. But again, the end product is only as good as the vision that I'm presenting to the AI engine. Like I said, can't do it all myself, but uh, these songs, they mean something to me, and hopefully others will find meaning meaning in them as well. I listen to them all the time, in addition to a lot of other music. As a matter of fact, we're going to start doing uh, segments from the road. Uh, Not carpool karaoke, but it's gonna be some music. I'll be singing along. So make sure you lock up your cats. If I'm coming down the street and I'm singing, your cat starts whining, it's probably me. Since we're talking music this morning, one of the new songs that I really latched on to is a song by Lainey Wilson and John Mayer. Keys, phone, wallet. Very what you would seem an unnatural pairing with a country star and a pop star. But you're starting to see more of that these days, where you have artists crossing over and collaborating with other artists. Uh, Song is not that long, a little over 3 minutes, but I don't know, it's got a nice, even tempo to it. And, it's got a catchy hook. It's really a little different in terms of lyrics. First time I saw it on the radio, I was looking for the title, and my radio was displaying the names of the artists, Lainey Wilson and John Mayer. Phone, keys, wallet. I thought my phone was having a heart attack. I couldn't just seemed like it was giving me the wrong information. So I looked it up. Damn sure those were the two artists, and that was the name of the song. A lot going on. Lots of unpacking in the song, but it's a good song, and it's got some good vocals. It's got a nice couple nice guitar solos by John Mayer. He hasn't really done as much recently. Lainey Wilson's all over the place. It goes on fire. She's got some good songs. She's she's the thing right now. But one of the things that comes from music, but her songs and her lyrics, they kind of stand apart compared to a lot of other artists. And she does some interesting things, some interesting collaborations with some different artists. And I like that about her. She is not just not a one-trick pony, as you say. It, she brings herself to each and every song, regardless of who she's collaborating with, and always a great highlight. And if you're looking for something new, and again, this one doesn't have that. It's a country-ish song, but it's again, it's borders on country pop and doesn't have that, not that deep country like some of the songs. Some songs, some country songs can't help it themselves, but mention the word country 100 times in the song. Uh, it's, I enjoy and I respect an artist that can kind of nibble at the edges a bit, and like me, I kind of get outside the comfort zone. I enjoy seeing that in other people, whether it's in, whether it has to do with music or what just has to do with life. Like I said before, life begins at the end of our comfort zone. It's when you start moving outside the comfort zone that you start finding out what you're capable of. You never know until you try. I ran for a lot of years before I even attempted to run a marathon or a half marathon. I never just wanted to run one marathon. I figured anybody with a reasonable level of fitness could will themselves to finish a marathon. But for me, I wanted to know that I could do it more than once. I wanted to know that I wanted to prove that I wouldn't quit. Because that's really what life's about. It's about perseverance, not quitting. Regardless whether you're running a marathon or what you're doing, you know, we have our setbacks in life, but quitting kind of has a finality to it. Quitting kind of leaves a mark. I'm proud to say that in all the races have completed, I've never failed to finish a race. Weren't always the times that I wanted, but I always finished because I knew that if I had ever quit, it would stay with me. It would be something that would follow me the rest of my life. I couldn't have that. So, so 3.5 marathons, 5 marathons, done some Gate River runs, other, other races of various distances. My racing days are behind me. Let's make that clear. And regardless of the shape I'm in, or the shape I might begin going forward, that door was kind of closed. Like I said, I'm 56 now, and you don't get faster than you get older. You learn to appreciate every mile.
The sky paints open the morning hue. Each mile I run feels brand new. The past fades out like a distant drum. Best of me is still yet to come. Pounding the pavement, finding peace in the pain. Sweat on my brow like holy rain. Ran through down and left ear behind, chasing the light I was born to find. With faith in the journey I've traveled this road, with God as my witness I've paid what's sold. His light's my guide wherever I roam. Each breath I take I'm closer to home. Some days I'm living and others I'm dying, and ain't nothing come easy, it all takes trying. Running them miles, playing the game, ain't no glory without some pain. They gave me a number and took my name, but this heart of mine they never claim. Heaven opened and the rain came down, a soul once lost was finally found. On the edge of pain my doubts lay dead, hit unbound as I forge ahead. Found my peace on higher ground, them broken chains can't slow me down. Miles they taught me what time can't teach, that peace is a place always in reach. I've stumbled and fallen, been pulled to my knees, learned to be humble in moments like these. The road don't care how fast you go, it's the will to rise that makes us whole. Each mark on my soul, each scar I bear, all lessons I learned on the road out there. This heart of mine's been put to the test, the hardest miles were always the best. Now every sunrise I see it clear, the strength I saw was always here. Tied like ropes, kicked down the doors that were killing hopes. What tried to stop me now fears my name, 'cause I run free of broken chains. They never claim. Heaven opened and the rain came down, a soul once lost was finally found. On the edge of pain my doubts lay dead, hit unbowed as I forge ahead. Found my peace on higher ground, them broken chains can't slow me down.